Welcome to PharmD Lectures, Pharmacy Made Easy, explained by someone who's lived every late night, every viva, and every tough concept. So let's go and make this simple. So welcome back everyone, and every single second your heart is working tirelessly, pumping blood to keep you alive, delivering oxygen, and even regulating your body temperature. It's like the ultimate engine of life. Today we are diving into a foundational topic that's crucial for every pharmacy student: how the heart works. In this lecture, we will break down the heart structure, its pumping action, circulation pathways, and more, all simplified so you can ace your PharmD exams and understand cardiovascular pharmacology better. If you're in pharmacy or medical studies, this is going to be a game changer. So let's get started. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So the first slide is how the heart works. The heart is a muscular organ responsible for pumping blood throughout the body. It ensures oxygen delivery, nutrient transport, waste removal, and temperature regulation. Understanding its function is key to learning how the circulatory system supports life. So the heart is a muscular organ. Think of it as a powerful pump made of specialized muscle tissues, responsible for pumping blood throughout the entire body. It ensures oxygen delivery to your cells, nutrient transport from the food you eat, waste removal to keep things clean, and even temperature regulation to maintain your body's balance. Understanding its function is key to learning how the circulatory system, which includes the heart and blood vessels, supports life by keeping everything running smoothly. For pharmacy students, this is especially important because many medications like beta blockers or antihypertensives directly target the heart's function to treat conditions like high blood pressure or heart failure. Now, let's move on to the pulmonary circulation. Purpose: pulmonary circulation oxygenates the blood and removes carbon dioxide. Step 1. Oxygen-poor blood enters the right atrium through the superior and inferior vena cava. Step 2. Blood flows into the right ventricle, which pumps it to the lungs through pulmonary arteries. Step 3. In the lungs, carbon dioxide is exchanged for oxygen in tiny air sacs called alveoli. So we are talking about the pulmonary circulation. The purpose of pulmonary circulation is to oxygenate the blood, meaning to load it up with fresh oxygen and remove carbon dioxide, a waste gas produced by your cells. Here's how it works step by step. The step 1 is oxygen-poor blood, which has already delivered its oxygen to the body and picked up carbon dioxide, enters the right atrium, a upper chamber of the heart, through the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. These are two large veins that collect blood from the upper and lower parts of the body, respectively. So the step 2 is the blood then flows into the right ventricle, another heart chamber, which pumps it to the lungs through the pulmonary arteries. These are the only arteries that carry oxygen-poor blood. The step 3 is in the lungs, carbon dioxide is exchanged for oxygen in tiny air sacs called alveoli, which are like small balloons where gas exchange happens efficiently. From a pharmacy perspective, this is vital to understand because drugs for respiratory conditions or pulmonary hypertension can affect the system. So let's shift to the systemic circulation. Purpose: delivers oxygen and nutrients to tissues while collecting waste products. The step 1 is oxygen-rich blood returns to the left atrium via the pulmonary veins. Step 2, blood moves into the left ventricle, the strongest chamber of the heart. The step 3 is the left ventricle pumps oxygen-rich blood to the entire body through the aorta. We have systemic circulation, which covers the rest of the body. Its purpose is to deliver oxygen and nutrients to tissues while collecting waste products for removal. The step 1 is oxygen-rich blood returns from the lungs to the left atrium, another upper heart chamber, via the pulmonary veins, which are unique because they are the only veins carrying oxygen-rich blood. The step 2 is the blood then moves into the left ventricle, the strongest chamber of the heart, built with thick muscular walls for powerful pumping. Then we have step 3. The left ventricle pumps this oxygen-rich blood to the entire body through the aorta, the largest artery that branches out to supply every organ and tissue. This circulation keeps your body fueled and waste-free. PharmD students note that this system is often involved in conditions like hypertension or atherosclerosis, where medications like ACE inhibitors help by relaxing blood vessels and easing the heart's workload. Now on to the heartbeat itself. The heart beats rhythmically due to electrical signals from the sinoatrial node. Electrical impulses make the atria contract first, followed by the ventricles. The normal resting rate is 60 to 100 beats per minute. Their significance: the rhythmic contraction ensures continuous blood flow throughout the body. The heart beats rhythmically due to electrical signals originating from the sinoatrial node or SA node, a small cluster of cells in the right atrium that acts as the heart's natural pacemaker, generating impulses to start each beat. These electrical impulses make the atria, the upper chambers, contract first, pushing blood into the ventricles, followed by the ventricles, the lower chambers, which then pump the blood out. A normal resting heart rate for adults is 60 to 100 beats per minute, though it can vary based on factors like fitness or age. The significance of this rhythmic contraction is that it ensures continuous blood flow throughout the body, preventing any kind of interruptions. If this rhythm gets disrupted, it can lead to arrhythmias. In pharmacy, drugs like antiarrhythmetics are used to regulate the SA node and restore normal rhythm. Let's continue to nutrient transport and waste removal. Nutrients. Blood transports nutrients absorbed from food to cells for energy and growth. Waste removal. Blood carries waste products like urea to the kidneys and carbon dioxide to the lungs for elimination. The purpose is maintains a clean, nutrient-rich environment for cells to function properly. Nutrient transport and waste removal. For nutrients, blood transports those absorbed from food like glucose, vitamins, and amino acids to cells for energy production and growth, essentially fueling your body's daily activities. For waste removal, blood carries waste products such as urea, a byproduct of protein breakdown, to the kidneys for filtration and excretion, and carbon dioxide to the lungs for breathing out. The overall purpose is to maintain a clean, nutrient-rich environment so cells can function properly and avoid any sort of toxicity. This ties into homeostasis, the body's balance. Pharmacy students, this is key for understanding how nutritional supplements or diuretics, medications that increases urine output, affect waste removal or nutrient balance. Then we have blood and body temperature. Blood helps distribute heat evenly throughout the body, maintaining a stable temperature. During overheating, blood vessels near the skin expand, or you can say dilate, to release heat. In cold conditions, blood vessels constrict to retain heat. The significance is to ensure optimal conditions for enzyme activity and bodily functions. Okay, so blood helps distribute heat evenly throughout the body, maintaining a stable internal temperature around 98.6 degree Fahrenheit or 37 degree Celsius. During overheating, like after exercise, blood vessels near the skin expand or dilate through a process called vasodilation, allowing heat to escape and cool you down. In cold conditions, those vessels constrict or narrow via vasoconstriction to retain heat and keep your core warm. The significance is that this ensures optimal conditions for enzyme activity, proteins that speed up chemical reactions, and overall bodily functions, as enzymes work best at specific temperatures. In pharmacy, fever-reducing drugs like acetaminophen influence this by acting on the brain's temperature control center. Then we have the heart's valves. The heart has 4 valves to ensure one-way blood flow. It prevents blood from flowing backward during the pumping process. Tricuspid valve between the right atrium and right ventricle. Pulmonary valve between the right ventricle and pulmonary artery. Mitral valve between the left atrium and left ventricle. Aortic valve between the left ventricle and aorta. The heart has 4 valves that ensure one-way blood flow and prevent blood from flowing backward during the pumping process, acting like check valves in a system. The tricuspid valve is between the right atrium and right ventricle with 3 flaps to control the flow. The pulmonary valve is between the right ventricle and pulmonary artery, directing blood to the lungs. The mitral valve, also called the bicuspid valve due to its 2 flaps, is between the left atrium and left ventricle. Finally, the aortic valve is between the left ventricle and aorta, managing outflow to the body. These valves create the lub and dub heart sounds you hear. For pharmacy, valve issue like stenosis often require anticoagulants to prevent clots. Then we have heart layers and protections. The heart wall has 3 layers: epicardium, myocardium, and endocardium. Epicardium is the outermost protective layer. Myocardium is a muscular layer responsible for contraction, and endocardium is for the smooth inner lining protection. The heart is enclosed in a protective sac called the pericardium and shielded by the rib cage. The heart wall consists of 3 layers. The epicardium is the outer protective layer, a thin membrane that provides lubrication and reduces friction. The myocardium is a thick muscular layer responsible for the heart's contraction and pumping action, made of cardiac muscle cells. The endocardium is the smooth inner lining that prevents blood clots and ensures a smooth flow. For protection, the heart is enclosed in a protective sac called the pericardium, a double-layered membrane filled with fluid for cushioning, and it's further shielded by the rib cage to guard against external injuries. This structure makes the heart durable yet efficient. In PharmD studies, this knowledge is useful for conditions like myocarditis, inflammation of the myocardium, or treated with anti-inflammatory drugs. The heart's vital role. The heart plays a vital role in maintaining life, as its constant activity keeps the body healthy and energetic. It functions as a pump, circulating blood through both pulmonary and systemic pathways. This process facilitates the delivery of oxygen, the transport of nutrients, the removal of waste, and the regulation of temperature. Coordinated electrical impulses and valves work together to guarantee efficient unidirectional blood flow. This is the last slide, and it wraps up with the heart's vital role. The heart plays a crucial role in maintaining life, as its constant activity keeps the body healthy and energetic. It functions as a pump, circulating blood through both pulmonary and systemic pathways. This process facilitates the delivery of oxygen, the transport of nutrients, and the removal of waste, and the regulation of temperature. Coordinated electrical impulses from the SA node and the valves work together to guarantee efficient unidirectional blood flow, preventing backflow and ensuring everything runs smoothly. Without this, life as we know it wouldn't be possible. Well, that wraps up our lecture on how the heart works. I hope this has given you a clear, solid foundation in cardiology. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. This knowledge will be a huge help in your PharmD exams and clinical practice. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your classmates, and subscribe to the channel. So signing off until next lecture. Till then, take care of your health, revise your notes, and keep memorizing. Best of luck for your exam.